So let's go ahead and use that awesome formula that we've got. The A of t equals A times 1 plus or minus r raised to the t for growth or decay. It says the value of a piece of equipment has a decay factor of 0.8 per year. After 5 years, the equipment is worth $98,304. What was the original value of the equipment? Okay, so once it has decayed, it ends up being $98,304. We don't know what the original amount was. We know the decay factor is 0.8 per year. And that's talking about, so it's like 1 minus 0.2. So that's already done for us. Okay? If it said the rate of decay was 80%, then you do 1 minus 0.8. But because it says the decay factor is 0.8, that's all that goes in there. And then it was a time of 5 years. So this really isn't that bad. We know that exponents come before multiplication, right? So we wouldn't do a times that first. We'd actually do 0.8 raised to the fifth first. So now I have my $98,304 equals a times, and that'd be 0.32768. So I just get a nasty decimal. Well, how will I get that out or away from the a? Well, I can divide by it. And of course, I'm going to do that on both sides. And when I plug all that in my calc, I end up getting 300,000 over here equals A. So there's my original amount, and that would be dollars. Dollar bills. So that was the original amount of the equipment. Pretty cool. So not as scary as it may have seemed at first when you write it down and put it into that nifty formula we've got. Let's try another one. We've got an investment of $75,000, increases at a rate of 12.5% per year. What's the value of the investment after 30 years? Well, I want to know what it's going to be after a certain amount of time. That amount of time is 30 years. I've got a $75,000 investment to start. And remember, feel free to pause the video at any time and try the problem on your own and hit play when you're ready for an explanation. And it's increasing, so it's going to be 1 plus 0.125. And then we're raising that to the 30 years. The t is 30. Okay. So really we just have to plug that bad boy in our calculator. So make sure you practice plugging it in your calculator, because if you don't, and then you're like, oh, it's just plugging it in, no big deal, man, I can handle plugging in my calculator, you might make a mistake later on. Okay. Well, looks like this investment is going to grow quite nicely. Woo! That's a whole lot of cheddar. So I'm going to have $2,568,247.87. That's nice. So, I mean, 12.5% interest, that's a lot of interest. So, obviously that money's going to grow, and over 30 years, you got 2.5 mil. So now we got a question about homes. So the original price of a home was $350,000, and the value of that home appreciates 2% each year. So a lot of times homes do increase in value, well, most of the time. Obviously, there are times where it doesn't, but most of the time a home value will increase over the years. How much will it be worth in 10 years? So homes are not quite like cars, where cars depreciate, homes often appreciate. So after 10 years, the amount of money after 10 years, and we started with 350,000, so that's my A. And then it appreciates, so 1 plus 0.02, and we got T is 10. So we plug that bad boy into our calculator. Make sure you try plugging it into your calculator. Okay? We end up with $426,648.05. So, I would say we could say about $426,000, $427,000 about what that home's going to be worth. Cool. That's fun. That's fun. And we got one more here. A new truck that sells for $29,000 depreciates 12% each year. So this is what we were just talking about. Homes appreciate usually. Cars depreciate usually. What's the value of the truck after 7 years? Okay, so you bought this awesome new truck, and it starts at $29,000, and we're seeing after 7 years how much it's going to be worth. So $29,000, 1 minus 0.12 raised to the 7th. Now we just want to plug that in our calc. And we plug that in. It's a sad, sad day now. $11,851.59. Bummer. But you know, it's just the way of the world when it comes to cars. You're not going to buy a car for more money if it's been used. That don't make sense.